recording now? Yes, it is. Welcome to another edition of The Desk. My name is JCS, the owner, founder, ruler, grand poobah of OCWFedTV subsidiaries. Listener discretion is strongly advised. I've had steak and Merlot, so I am good to go. Like they say, with me today is my guest. Basically needs no introduction, whatever the word you get the word I'm trying to say. Needs no intro. Probably the longest tenured Hall of Famer in the history of this dog shit pile of a company. Probably one of the most decorated people in this whole thing. He's also a GM. He's also my good buddy, kind of, sort of, maybe. I don't know. He's one of the greatest people. Him and Drago are basically the greatest people on the planet Earth. So I'm just gonna say what's up. It is Nate Ortiz.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, God.
It makes me a little warm and fuzzy.
It does it? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You've literally sounded the same since you were 15, bro. As creepy as that sounds.
I know. If you'd have known me before I was 15, you'd be like, how the hell is my voice so deep now?
Yeah. I still remember the story where, I don't know what it was. Like, I can't remember the context because I have been having my Merlot, but I don't know what it was, but you were like, oh, yeah, I got to finish class. I'm like, oh, you're doing finals for college? Like, no, I'm in high school. I was like, oh. It's in 2005. Oh, man. One could say I groomed you. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't groom you. I groomed you to be a good person, if that helps.
Yeah, definitely. I learned some lessons from you that helped me out.
HTML, life advice, good stuff. You're married now. You got maybe, I don't know about the children. I'm sure eventually you got a dog. You got a dog, right? I think you got a dog. I'm pretty sure you got a dog.
No kids yet.
No kids yet. You're still
teaching young, 24 and 25 kids is enough for me right now.
That's the other thing too. Teacher, people don't understand, son. I mean, they're not gonna know anyway. But yeah, like where you came from to where you got, son, man. From fucking Oakland, fighting your way up this goddamn hill, and now you a teacher with the youth. Oh man, it makes me cry. It makes me happy. To see the good human being you've become, which is what, it's indicative of this stupid place. Like there's a lot of good people amongst the trash, but I digress. So the reason I got you here is A, because I'm drunk, and B, because we hardly talk, and C, because you basically like you wanted to go back full time for a little while, much to the chagrin of a lot of people on the roster. I mean, some people are excited, which annoys me. I don't like that shit. They're trying to get the Ortiz thing off their bucket list, which is, matter of fact, let me be full disclosure. If you want that match on your bucket list, you can suck a dick because you're not getting it. You don't deserve it. That's not how that works. You don't get what you want. You have to work for it, and you got to work exponentially harder for that shit. Lessons learned. But yeah, so you decide you're coming back a little bit full time, which is terrifying. I don't like it, but whatever. So what made you decide to just be like, oh, I want to go full time for a little bit?
Well, it's just, honestly, if COVID didn't happen, this probably wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
But, like, I'm home. Like, I'm here. I have the time to do it. And I'm like, yeah, it's nice playing my other guys. Mm-hmm. And I've been doing that for a long time. Like, we were just talking in the chat, and it's been like, I'm like, yeah, Nate hasn't really been my main person I've been using for like 10 years. So I was like, it's about time to just do it. It's my favorite character to play with.
Oh my God.
I hardly get to use it. And blame the people for being like, where's the Nate spot at Resolution? When's Nate coming out?
Oh.
And now you got him.
Oh my
and he's
God.
here.
Oh my God. Like,
yeah.
They don't see. The thing is, I know you've been built up as this mythical creature along with Drago. Obviously, that's why people always want to get on the bucket list, because then they go, "Oh, I got them to yellow, yay!" Like, no, fuck you. But the thing is, you really haven't competed for the longest ass time. Like, you're very special attraction ish. And it's weird because, in some regards, if you want to make a hokey comparison to actual wrestling, you would kind of be the Undertaker, kind of at this point now. In some aspects, you're Triple H, because you do help that tremendously with the backstage. Thank Christ. You, Kent, and Jay keep me sane, as I've said 9,000 times. I'll continue to say it until I'm blue in the fucking face, which is difficult because I'm dark-skinned-ish, kind of. But, yeah, so people will fight your crap. They'll fight an alt, and they'll be like, oh, well, I played Nate. But they never really played Nate, it's an entirely different animal. I don't know how to explain it, but when you play with Ortiz, it's like a whole. It just feels like a whole different game. And the only time I've ever seen that level is basically you and Drago to some aspects, Pew, that miserable fuck, and sometimes Dupree, because when you guys get in the mix, then Dupree becomes, all of a sudden, he becomes really fucking good. Other than that, he's kind of like his power level gets low until he has to fight you, then his power level just fucking skyrockets. He just gets super uber talented. I mean, he's good, but it's just like, for some reason that you bring it out of him, that he becomes really fucking good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was that Summerside where he just kicked my ass that one time.
Yes.
Ever since then, I was just like, you know what? I'm not cool with that. And I'm like, I literally, like, that Summerside match we had the second time.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about that 4 years before it happened.
Which one was that? Which Summerside was that? The not the first one. Or actually, no, both of them. The first one. Which one was that? Like 2012 maybe, or?
I think one was like maybe 2012 or 13, and the last one I think it was like 17 or something like that. But like, yeah, we always bring the best out of each other, and like all those guys you mentioned, like that's why I play. There's a reason when I do come back. It's those certain guys that I know I'm gonna get nice, clean match, and they're gonna be like almost perfect.
Yeah.
And everyone we've had, like, they've been burners.
Yeah, no bullshit, no fucking, oh my cat, no, oh my control, oh I got Link dead, oh buddy, oh boy, where's your video? Oh shit, it wasn't recording, none of that shit. So it's yeah, so when you guys fought, it was 20, I think it was 12 or 13, either way, but it was like a big deal to me. And then I remember that summer match, you didn't get a finisher, and I was like hurt on the inside, like you didn't even get a finisher. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, hey, it pissed me off too. So, don't even, like, and I rarely get pissed off, but I was pissed off for sure.
It's fine because you took a summer when you came back that other time. That's one of the best feuds, because up until that point he was undefeated at Summerside, and that was like his little. He didn't have the gimmick, but it was basically he would bring it up that he was undefeated at Summerside, and then when you came back the second time and you beat him, you quote unquote took his summer.
Yeah, that's why for that match I came out as the summer taker. I was taking the summer.
That's one of my favorite matches. So now we actually learned also today on Riot. Turmoil 250, which I want to talk about 250 for a second, because you're on the booking committee, kind of, sort of, and you saw what was proposed by Jake Allen, then you saw what I did, and then you saw the finished product, and I have to bring it up again because it still cheeses my fucking grits. So the first Turmoil 250, sorry for the digression, but yeah, the first Turmoil 250 was basically almost a mini pay-per-view. Like, it was stacked to the gills. And then my stupid face was like, "Well, you can't fucking, the cart before the horse, and you can't fucking, you can't give all that away on fucking weekly, blah, 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 blah." And partially because it was so many matches, I was like, I don't want to do that. It's going to be a lot of work. So I made some changes, and then, like, it just kind of fell apart. The whole thing with the Rex Watts match, which didn't happen. So I'll actually specify that clear if anyone was asking. Nobody asked me. Well, one or two people asked me, but I'll specify. So essentially, the Rex Watts match was scheduled. At first, I was like, no. And then it got done, but the problem was there was issues with connections. And then, both people were recorded, thankfully. But the problem is, when we went to see what was what, someone was missing a video. So rather than just go through all this, let's redo it, I was like, fuck it, just, we're done. So keep it simple, because that's my mode. My mode is to keep things simple. So then that main event was gone. So we had the new main event, which is the tag match. And thank God the tag match was fucking great. It was clean, it was nice, it was fun, it was exciting. But then there was another match that never got done. I don't know what happened to Benji Moore and Max Edwards, but that didn't happen. So now we wound up having 3 fucking matches, and thank Christ that we had Parker with his announcement. Thank Christ that we had a Horsey Man with his little thingamabobber, and thank Christ we had the final product. I mean, it was still a good show. Like, role play wise, it was lots of words and whatnot, and the ending was pretty iconic. But it's just these little things that happen. It was kind of like a perfect storm, and Dupree said it best. If I'm peeling back the curtain a little bit, it's like, you know, we peaked at Summerside, so now it's all downhill. I don't want it to be. I think it's peaks and valleys, but it's just, you know, shit happens, and it's kind of like, ugh. And it's my job to make things work. But I think if I would have just stuck to the original card that Jake put, fuck it, we would have had a pay-per-view on Thursday, and everybody would be happy. I'm sure people are okay now because it was a good show anyway. But I don't know, dude. That's like,
like how many times have you made those adjustments and it turned out great? You know?
Yeah, but then
you can't beat yourself up on it because you put it out there and it just, the cards played like they did. So now we move forward from there. Like, you can't hold on to that when maybe that card that you put up, maybe that would have been as well. You never know.
I mean, it could be like, like out of 7 matches, maybe like fucking 5 would have been dull. But I don't know, man. I get in my head now because I just feel like you gotta, because you know what it is? I'm so used to seeing other spots because I listen to the EFED podcast. Shout out to Mikey Unlikely. And you know, you hear all the Fed heads and whatnot, some people, and you know, I'm just so used to trying to do the best that I can. It's not easy. And I don't think I'm the best at in any capacity because, you know, once you complacent with that shit, you think you're the shit, you know, that's when the problems happen. It's just that I don't know, man. It's just I wanna provide value, and sometimes when I miss the mark, it just bugs me. It's like, fuck, man, I should have just left it alone. Because there's so many people out there who basically circle jerk with like 3 friends, and they're okay with that, and I can't do that. I can't. Anytime I see something like that's complacent, it's like I use that as motivation. So I don't know, man. But enough of that turmoil horse shit. The reason I brought it up was because the end segment. So now, since you're in front of me, I'll just tell you my criticism. I loved it. I like the fact, I mean, I heard about it prior, which sucked because, you know, it would have been a nice surprise, but the ending needed the actual video and not the still images, because if you have this the video, you know, Jake puts that in the package. So all I'm gonna tell you is that I hope at one point you have some kind of goofy ass contract signing and you do the same, you do the face off so that Jake can put that in the video. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know. But you know, with time constraints and whatnot, like that's what we put together with the time we had.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we got time to build it up. And like,
I mean,
for me too, it's like a lot of the stuff that I've been able to do with like Nate, it's been built up over, you know, a couple weeks, and every once in a while, like I get to do like a video or whatnot for it. But like this time around, it's like I want to go back to doing some of the crazier stuff that we were doing like back before most of these people were even here in OCW.
Yeah, you tell these motherfuckers not to
do that kind of stuff.
Let me stop being rude to the new generation. You know what I noticed, and I'm sure you might be able to pick up on this as well. Pardon me. There was a point, not this season so much and not last season, but like, you know, kind of when we came back in 16, like there would be 1 or 2 people trying to like show up, and then everybody else kind of just be like, okay, well, that guy's gonna show off, or that girl's gonna show off, and then they left it like that. It seems like the last 2 seasons, when someone does something, someone else goes, oh, word, and then they try. And it's kind of nice because you'll have guys like that you didn't expect to do shit. You got like, you know, Horsey. Even, you know, Horsey came back recently, but before that, prior to that, earlier in the season and the season prior, he would do shit like video stuff. And then Salami got his hat in the ring. Like, you know, the twins are doing it. Parker's doing it. Valkyrie been doing it. Like Ashley Moore did it. Lotus Flojo did. Like a lot of people start kind of trying to do. Fucking Kent did that shit too. In 4 weeks he got that match over like Rover. Like everybody, I wouldn't say they're trying to outdo each other, but I feel like they're like, oh, is he gonna do that? Then I'm gonna do something else, which is dope to see, because there was a point where people just kind of got complacent and they just let one person do okay or whatever and whatever. Now it's like, oh well, if he's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And I love to see that shit. Even you start doing that shit too, man. Everybody's trying to like throw their hat in the ring.
You got to, because I mean that's what this place is all about. Like for me at least, is like trying to like do the best I can to entertain myself, but entertain everybody else too, and just like that when you have people like saying, "Oh, you can do that, well, I can do it better," thing, that, you know, iron sharpens iron type deal.
Yes.
That's kind of what we've gotten the past couple of years.
I love to see it, man, because it does seem like it really is like, I can do that too, and it's dope to see. As much as I like browbeat the roster on certain things, especially now with the fucking dick measuring that happens every now and again, I'm like, ugh. This is like the reason that I always get disgusted is because we literally have you and fucking Drago who don't compete. Well, you are now. I'm sure Drago's like, well, if he's gonna do it, so he might. I swear, I'm. This is a prediction. I swear to God, you're gonna see Mugen show up before the season's over, like officially. You're gonna see Drago come back. You know, he was at Lucian obviously, but I think he's gonna just show up for some other shit too. And I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm sure fucking Kent's gonna just show up too. Who the fuck knows? Maybe even Puke might just fucking show up at random and piss everybody off. I don't fucking know. It's weird whenever things happen like that. And the reason that I say that is because, do you remember like in the old days in the shoutbox, was there like dick measuring also? Am I just missing it?
A little bit. There's a little shit talking, but not as much. I feel like everybody kept that to their little cliques and stuff.
Yeah, right.
And every once in a while, you see something spot off, but
Cause
not as much as what's been going on, like I've seen the past couple weeks.
Yeah, like it's been forever. Like it happens a lot now. I'm trying to think, because I think what would happen is if people would sprack off in public, I'd be like, all right, well, you're having a match, and then they'd be like, oh, whoa, and then it'd be miserable.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
So now it's just like really, I'm sure most of it's in kind of fizz as well, K-fizz as we call it, but I don't know, man. Sometimes it's just like, yo, shut the fuck up. I'll get Nate on you. I'll get whatever. Cause that's I don't know what it is. It's just something about the way that I'm made up that I'll kind of talk nonsense, but in the end I'm just kind of talking nonsense. Like I don't believe what I'm saying. I'm just saying it to be funny. Like I don't say, oh, I'm the shit, because it's like, you know, fucking you fight somebody, you probably gonna lose. Like when you play, you have like, you and Drago have the same mindset of like, the lights are on. When I play, I just tunnel vision, and that's why I can only stay within the middle of the ring, because I can't do anything else, and I have to focus on that. And thank God the people I fought, you know, in the last 2 years are able to accommodate that, because if not, I'll be fucking done. Someone like Mantis comes flying around like, oh Jesus Christ, I'm just gonna punch him in the air. I don't give a fuck. Maybe he'll fall out the sky or some shit like that. It's just, I don't know, man. It's, I guess as time progresses, things change, and you kind of gonna have to adapt to them. Cause you remember the old days, man. You was a young man the old days. You was younger than the twins when you started, B.
Yeah, it wasn't legal at all.
Don't say that.
I probably needed a permission slip to do OCW.
Yeah, don't say that shit, motherfuckers. Cancel me.
But like,
yeah.
But it was, you know, it was what it was. Back then, I had grown men talking shit to me, and I learned to take that. That's why nothing like bothers me like now on the internet. I had grown men talking shit to me when I was a kid.
Stop saying it like
them in
that.
A video game.
Stop saying it like that, please. But yeah, oh my God. I think to your credit, everyone thought you were fucking married with 4 kids, because your voice is so fucking deep. Even now, your voice is deep. I've been alive way longer than you. My voice does not sound nowhere near as deep. My voice should be like, it does not. It's just, I just like thinking back, like, cause see, you and RD came up at the same time. Like I basically recruited both of you, which is strange because I don't do that shit now. Imagine all the Nate Ortiz's and RD monies I've fucking just never encountered because I don't do that shit no more. Cause who's to say what would have happened if I never went to XWA to be like, oh, look at these 2 guys. And I don't know if it was a match. I don't think I saw matches. I think I just saw you guys writing, because that was when people were still lazy to fucking put up matches to begin with. I don't know what it was about you and RD. It was like, oh, these guys seem... I think it was that you guys seemed like normal while everyone was fucking jawing off. You and RD were just kind of like chilling. I was like, oh, these guys are interesting. Hey, you know, if this place goes fucking tits up, why don't you come over here?
Yeah, I feel like we both would have ended up finding our way there. I don't know if it would have been the same. But it was just like a perfect storm for everything. That WrestleMania 21 game ended up being trash.
Oh my God.
like when you guys went back to SmackDown versus Raw, like it was just, perfect storm for everything that went down.
I don't know what it was. I think, you know what I think? I think it's the way that both of y'all just kind of carried yourselves, because I remember you having a position of like staff pretty early on. I think it was because you were just consistent and you didn't like fuck about. Like there's people who couldn't get shit done on time who are grown or in college, and then you're fucking in high school with a job, just like, here you go. I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, well, there you go, buddy. I really feel like you're like some kind of weird protege that I fucking helped craft.
I remember when we did Resolution 1.
Oh.
We had to like put together we had to like cover for so many people's asses.
Oh my god.
For that show.
Yes.
It was ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Like we did like, I feel like we should go back and like mark off all the things that we covered for. And like, you don't hear a peep about it until now. I'm saying it now. Like,
you would
so much about that.
You would not like. I don't even remember that shit. The only thing I remember about Lucian was that I was like, this is a lot of work. I hate my life, and then having to deal with Terry Nee about that whole situation. Which, if you didn't know, back in the day, OCW was more, I guess, less hybrid. Would that be fair to say, less hybrid?
No, it was just more divided, I think, amongst the roster. You had the hybrid people, and you had like the straight, like comp. I'm gonna cheese and kill you.
Yeah, there you
kind
go.
of people.
Yeah, that's fair. So we had. Oh, was it King of OCW? What did I do? Okay,
it was the King of OCW.
Okay, so we had King of OCW and Terry Nee won, and the thing was at the time, the big angle was versus Nate. They're the ones who had like basically the hottest angle because they were riding for. You guys were riding how long? A couple weeks, right?
It was a few months, from I think 2 or 3 months we did it, because we did I turned heel at the Road to Glory.
Oh, remember the heel turn? People were like burying it.
Yeah.
Remember the burial of the heel turn? Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they hated that shit so much. We
did so much.
Just because
it was me.
He's not a good heel. He's not a good heel at all. Oh my god, that was fun times. So yeah, so you guys were building that for about 3 months, and that was basically going to be the plan because that was long-term planning. So Terry Nee won the King of OCW. Congratulations, no problem. So in the interest of keeping things basically, I've been doing that forever. So in the interest of keeping things simple, I was like, yo, look, I understand you won, and that's cool, no problem. But as you know, Versus and Nate are doing a story, and since you've won, he literally did nothing. He just kind of won. Like, I won, cool, but didn't promote it or nothing. Just that he won. So okay, so all that time's wasted. That's all good. It is what it is. Do you do you, boo. So the story is for Nate and Versus for Lucian won, and then I told him, look, I know you won. That's cool. I appreciate it. Good, no problem. But I want to do versus Nate, and then you get whoever wins at the next pay-per-view because you're the king of OCW, and you could build up from that because it gives you extra time to build up because up until now you haven't done anything. He was fine with it, and then I guess little birdies or whatever. Oh, whatever happens. So he comes back to me, he's like, oh, and I won, and da. And me being a pendejo, I don't want to be fucked up. I was like, ugh, all right, cool. So the match is him versus Nate at Lucian in the main event, and then versus the referee, whatever. So they have a match. My man tries his best. He comes up short. So then we basically just go with, versus, after the match, Versus calls it clean. After the match, Nate celebrates, and then Versus comes out. Versus is referee, and he's like, yo, blah, 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 blah. And then now we have a second match on top of the fucking first match. That's basically me trying to fix everything in one fell swoop. And then, you actually lost that, which is kind of fucking hilarious. Have you ever won at Lucian?
Yeah, I won the next 3 years.
Okay.
So
your Lucian record is bad.
Yeah. Technically, I won the first match. I beat Tyranny.
Oh, that's true. So yeah. So you were 1-1 at Lucian.
Yeah, at that time. But that match,
It was good. It just looked so horrible.
Like right when we introduced the double red rule.
Yeah.
And he kicked my ass to double red, and then I just turned into Nate.
Yep.
Beat him. Like, it was crazy. I remember that because like the whole time me and Versus were just like, all right, you just got to beat him so we can do what we want to do. Just got to win. And yeah, it worked out.
Did you tap him out or?
That's fun. No. Like Ortiz Express and Spear.
Okay.
The little combo.
The combo. Oh yeah, the combo. That was when the combo came out. People were mad. They were mad about the combo because it was 2 finishes in a row. Oh my god, the thirst buckets were mad about a combo when it was 2 fins in a row. Oh my god, that was good. But then again, those games were fucked up anyway. So like, you had to be on your ass. So fuck him. I mean, he tried, but he came up short. Not fuck him, but you know what I mean. It's like, damn. But yeah, we still wanted to get that. And sadly, like, you can find that. Well, you can't find that now because we don't have the archives. Well, I have them on a hard drive, and it looks so bad. Like the fucking that resolution, you can't see shit.
Yeah, the quality is so terrible.
It is so terrible. I mean, that's what I had to do back in the day. I had to make concessions, and this is before fucking Super HD monitors. This is 320 by 240 when it was, that was fine. The old internet, MySpace era. Now that shit is like, what are you doing? It's like, ugh, fuck. I should have did 640 by 40. Would have been alright. But yeah, man, it's been such a strange ass trip, bro. And then you became, then you became staff. And you got to witness the insanity of being a staff member. Like, what did you think about being staff?
Yeah, it was just crazy, like, hearing about and seeing all the complaining and issues. Like, it was especially interesting that time when, like, you went off to do the OCF, and, like, I was running the ship for a little bit. And it was just, like, it makes you really appreciate what you do, because just seeing it, like, stuff's hard. You make it look so easy, but it's not. And like, you're managing so many different personalities and people and trying to make everybody happy, but also doing the best thing for, like, the site and community as a whole. Like, it's hard, and you make it, like, it just made me, Leon and everyone else who was, like, trying to keep things going at the time, like, it really made us appreciate everything that you were doing. It's not an easy thing for sure.
Nah, it's not, and I appreciate the kudos. I'm good with some kudos, man. I'm about to have a podcast where I just need people talking nice about me for like an hour and a half, so I feel good about myself. It's not easy, man, and it's not super duper rewarding. I don't know how to explain it. Like, at this point, I'm just used to it, so I just have to bitch about it and then get it done, because at the end of the day, nobody else is gonna do it. Like, people will get a fire in their belly, like, oh, we could do it. And then, no, you can't. You can do it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. But what you think you're doing is not on the level. And that sounds so like arrogant. It's not on the level of what it should be. You're cutting corners as much as, like, I'll cut corners. That's no question. I always cut corners, but my cutting corner is such a different level than most people cutting corners. Like, it's not like OCW is not, me and 3 alts with fucking 90 characters circle jerking each other week in, week out with like 3 role plays a pop, calling it a show on a fucking forum. We're putting in the work. Everybody's putting in the work regardless. Even this week, where I was fucking disappointed in myself, it's still a fucking stellar goddamn show from top to bottom. It's more of like a WWE show. The point I'm making is, without trying to sound like an asshole, which I already did, so I failed in that regard, is, like you said, it's not easy. And the tips that I've learned, the things that I can impart, is basically to keep it simple. Like with the Watts Rex match, I'm keeping it simple. I'm not gonna sit there and debate and argue. It's like, well, we can't do that, we can't do it. That's it. Like, whenever problems arise, I look for the simplest fucking solution. And if people don't like that, I don't give a fuck, because I want simplicity. I don't give a fuck about your feelings to, past a certain extent. I want to be placating. I want to be helpful. But after a certain point, I don't give a fuck, because I got other shit to worry about. So, like, get off my fucking ball. Wow, that's aggressive. I don't know why I got so aggressive.
You'd run yourself into the ground if you weren't that way, for
sure.
You
remember, though? You remember? Like, when I was super, hey, blah, 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 and then they fucking tried to mutiny on me, motherfucker. You remember that shit?
Yeah, me and RD still laugh about that.
Oh my
It's
god!
so funny.
Shout out to RD. Yeah, they try to. I always bring up the mutiny because it's a pivotal moment in time because up until that point, I was basically the prototypical like, hey, trying to please everybody. Like I would literally write. Imagine me writing for people on Riot or Turmoil now. Like I'll do the edit, the sensational edit here and there. Like I've done a little edit here. I did a couple edits on Turmoil today. Not many, just some to make me laugh. But imagine me writing for somebody. Imagine me writing for like, I don't know, fucking Elijah. What the fuck is his last name? Elijah Brooks Parker? Oh god. Sanders. Fuck.
Sanders, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be mad. He's gonna be so mad when he hears this.
It's okay.
Yeah, so Sanders, yeah. So imagine me writing for Elijah Sanders because Elijah Sanders isn't doing anything with his character. Like I did that more than once for more than one person, like multiple people. I would sit there and rewrite entire shows to fit a narrative, for people, and they would not give a solitary fuck. And even doing all of that, even kissing that much ass, even trying to be that accommodating, people still had the fucking gall to behind my back try to fuck up what I built, man. And ever since that day, I was like, well, you know what? If that's the case, we're going down in flames, suck a dick. And I've been like this ever fucking since. It was like the biggest wake up call ever. And people were like, well, I enjoy OCW because you're abrasive. Good, I don't want you fucking here. I am abrasive. I have to be because you motherfuckers, if I'm super nice and you motherfuckers, you try to take advantage and I can't have that shit. It's crazy, man. And it's not the first time that kind of shit happened. You yourself have literally seen every iteration of fuckery, most of them, of fuckery that I've had to deal with. And you're just sitting there going, oh,
yep.
God.
Different levels of it.
Oh,
sure.
my God.
It's like it cycles and it's like a virus.
Yes.
Like, especially with the times, like, and it mutates into a different person or group of people for sure. But like,
all the
weathered
time.
it every single time.
We did because I'm hard-headed. I don't give a fuck. My thing is, look, if it gets really, really bad, I'll literally I'll fucking do what I hate. I'll make an alt or 3 and I'll fucking circle jerk myself. Me and fucking Jake will have a fed and you won't even know because we'll be yelling our fucking balls out with a crop fucking video and y'all wouldn't tell the difference. That's how sick I am. Like, I don't give a fuck. Whether it's 5 or 500, I don't give a fuck. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability and not gonna let nobody fucking stop me. You can't. You can't. This sounds so fucking arrogant, but I don't give a shit. You really can't with these people. You just gotta do the best that you can. So it always pisses me off when you have to deal with stupidity where it shouldn't be. Like, for the most part, this iteration is pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't say together, but they're pretty much on point with each other, which is good. Lucian, like you've seen many Lucians. I need you to tell me, what do you think about this Lucian? Because you've seen them all.
It was up there. It was like, for like the old time, 3 was probably our best one, and then I think it was like 7 or 8 was really, really good, and this one's like up there with those as like the best one from like this current generation. Like everything from top to bottom, just the quality of like the characters, the matches. Like there wasn't anything that was just like, oh, we need to take this off. Even like the worst match of the night was still really good.
Yeah, like
everybody like put in the work.
I think this one was the best, period. Because actually no, mate, was it 8? I think it was 8. 8 was good, but 8 was more of a contained project amongst Hoots and Hoots consiglieres. This one is everybody, which is why I think it stands the test of time. Like I think it's going to stand the test of time because it's like you could put it on and just watch it straight and you'll be like, oh shit, like you take off the HUDs and you kind of sit back a little bit and it's a fucking show like that. It really is. Now whether people agree with that or not, of course the car community don't give a fuck because it's not bitches in thongs flying around doing fucking swanton bombs and fucking thottery, but whatever. But I don't know. I think this one would be the best. So the only place we can go is fucking down from here. So we got to.
But then again, with how good it is, like if the peaks and valleys like of the show, same thing with like the year. We're gonna, if it's not as good as like the consequences coming up next. So
yep.
If it's not as good as Resolution, it's like okay, but we're still gonna have those high spots there too, and there's gonna be those spots to pick out. Same thing with Summerside and from wherever we go. But, like, if any show is gonna be like the best one for the year, it should be Resolution for sure.
Yeah,
and it was this year. Definitely.
It was fucking. It was. I that if I stop tomorrow, I'm happy because Lucian was fucking dope. I can sit there and go, we did that. Fuck you, peace, and I'm good. I'll coast off Lucian 14 for the next 5 years. I'll just keep remixing that motherfucker. I'll put a version with special developer commentary. I'll put an upscale 4K version with better textures and shit, textures and whatnot. I'll milk that bitch till the cows come home. I don't give a fuck. It was a great goddamn show. So moving on though, so you're back in the saddle, which is just I hate it. You're back in the saddle, much to the chagrin to people. Like, are you playing on Xbox or PS4 or both, or what the hell is the plan?
I do have PlayStation Plus. I do have the game on both consoles. So
wait, do you have it on both consoles?
I do.
Oh god.
So you'll see me when you see me.
I think someone saw you on PS4 because someone mentioned that. It's like, why is whatever playing WWE? Oh god, stop it. Please stop. I'm not ready for this, man.
I got work to do.
I don't need this sad face.
I'm sitting in the hyperbolic chamber.
Don't you think it's unfair? Don't you think it's unfair that like you have people like, I guess, been here for like an entire season, you're just gonna show up and take their fucking dreams from them? You don't think that's unfair?
But the thing is, I'm not. When's the last time that I've actually actively tried to shoot for like a top spot or like the title?
It's been a minute.
I never do.
No, you never.
Since 2006.
Yeah, you haven't.
So it just happens that it just ends up there. Resolution was at 10.
Yeah.
EMP wasn't supposed to be for the belt. It just
because he didn't lose. Yeah, that's true. That is true. It wasn't supposed to be for the belt. He still had it. He didn't lose it. That's true. You never do ask for. Oh my god.
I know. It ends up there. Like, and I said by the end of my time back, I'm gonna be champ again.
Stop.
But I plan to be champ again, but that's not to say. I'm saying move over Rust and Trey. And
I know.
Going after Harvey.
I know all of them. Russ said it best. What the fuck did Russ say? No. When you had the promo last week, was it? Yeah, it was Riot 555, and Russ was in chat. Russ was like, "Well, there goes my fucking plans."
That's great.
God damn it! Yeah, I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "No, it would be an honor to fight Nate Ortiz." He basically said it would be an honor to fight Nate Ortiz and lose. Oh my god.
Anybody who knows, I'll joke about, I can just tell Jay I want a title shot and I'll get one. But, I'm going to work for it. I'm not going to step over anybody to get it. I'm just going to, I'll play the game and I'll win. Like,
yeah. A lot of people going to unlock the achievement.
Oh, yeah. And that's fine. Like, I plan to be here and the plan is to win more than I lose, like always.
Yeah. Oh man, I could just see the achievement. Can I fight Nate? No, you can't. But he is on Riot. I'm gonna have you fight Elliot Parker to warm up. Let me stop fucking with Parker. I'm sorry, Elliot. My bad. That's disrespectful, Elliot. I don't like Elliot won the F5 and people keep giving him shit. It's not fair. Give Elliot his respect. Goddamn it.
It'll be cool. He might shock the world. You never know.
Oh man, he might shock the world. He might be worn like a condom. Poor guy. Just wrecked. Oh God, no. You know they do in WWE.
Champ is tough.
They do it in WWE all the time, and they're like, "Oh, fucking his first time back in whatever so many years on Raw next," and then the guy just comes out and beats the fuck out of like Dolph Ziggler or whoever the fuck they're trying to just get buried or whatever. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Just fucking Nate's return back on Riot 556. Taking on Elliot Park, taking on Elijah Sanders or some shit like that. Oh man, first match back. But then again, it could also be a good, if someone can actually hang, it helps their equity or whatever. That'd be cool. I like that'd be interesting. So no disrespect to Elliot Parker, he just needs to train a little bit. But
I'm excited.
There's
a lot of people I want to fight. So.
Oh, who do you want to fight?
Oh, for sure. I do want to get in the ring with Rust, Quartz.
Ooh.
Harvey.
Ooh.
I got some. Me and B17 have had some battles with Malice, so I'd like to fight
God. I would like to see that match. That man, that's gonna be a match. Cause I can just hear Adams in his fucking voice. Oh, whatever. Like that would actually be a marquee match. B17 versus Ned Ortiz. That would be interesting to see.
There's a lot of like Trance. I've wanted to fight Trance since like it was a couple years ago. We were supposed to fight at Summerside, but that was when I was like working 7 days a week, 10-hour days, and we just couldn't make it happen. So we got unfinished business. And
oh God, yeah. Here's another one. He was like, oh, I wanna. It's my bucket list. I don't want. You know what I think? I think what's gonna happen is gonna happen like in Star Wars. After he fights you, he's just gonna disappear. His account's just gonna delete, and he's just gonna disappear. Never see him again.
We'll fight, and then I'm gonna do the snap.
Yeah, and he'll just
be the gimmick.
They'll just fucking disappear. Like his account's gone.
Go into dust.
His account's done. The Discord account just changes names and it turns into hexadecimal, and he disappears off the face of the earth. What about Kent? You think Kent might show up? Because now every time you show up, Kent gets excited to play the game. You think that's gonna happen?
He knows that if he wants to smoke, he can get the smoke whenever he wants. Because he owes me a top out.
He owes you a what?
He knows. He owes me a top out. He knows he does.
Oh my God.
All right. Just like when he did those 3 finishers, that tap out happened. Yeah. He knows if you watch the Resolution main event, 13 main event, every time I put him in the STF, Pew always knocked me out of it. Because Kent knows what I was going for the whole match. That was it. He knows.
Oh my God. Oh God.
He can sit in his GM chair for now, doing his little promos and doing all that. But when he's ready,
could you imagine? I'll be here. Can you imagine? He just starts adjusting his tie, takes his tie off. Oh, it's about to. Oh God damn. I look forward to that. What else did I have in the chamber regarding that? Like, who do you think out the new crop has like the most promise to be? It sounds stupid, but the next Nate Ortiz. Obviously, Drago doesn't count because Drago is Drago. So like you guys are basically
Drago his own path.
Yeah, you guys are basically Vegeta and Goku interchangeable. Like really.
But like, I don't know. Like right now, I think B17 really, like with the Resolution win this year, like he's always been solid on the sticks. And
he has, yeah.
He's been in like good angles, like so he's like on that PS4 side, like he's been there doing that. And then on the other side, I mean, even though he doesn't want the smoke, Harvey, the fact that he's had the belt so long, like come on now, like he's come a long way from when he started too. Like
yeah, he has a nice.
Those people, and it's just really at this point they've done a lot. It's just longevity.
Yeah,
I got kind of the unfair 15-year advantage on everybody.
I mean that's true. Imagine if RD was still somewhat like not relevant but semi-active. RD was really good too. RD's power level was very similar to yours once upon a time.
Yep, we were talking the other day in the chat, and he's still bitter at me because I took the OCW title off of him after his feud with Nick and the Presidents and all that.
Yeah, that was a good fucking feud. Nick and Gio and the ex-presidents. That was a fucking great feud.
Yeah, it was a great one. But I told him, even when all that was going on, I'm like, you're fighting me after it's done. And I got the title off of him in a ladder match, and he still hasn't forgiven me.
Yeah, these wounds they will not heal. Yeah, so a quick history lesson. So once upon a time, when RD Money was the OCW champion, there was a ex-president's angle, and RD kept getting attacked by. Well, it was Bill Clinton and was it Nixon?
Yeah,
it was
Nixon and Clinton.
Richard Nixon and Bill Clinton people kept attacking RD, and it was Richard Nixon and Bill Clinton, And then eventually they got him, and it was revealed to be Nick Cage, Hall of Famer, and Geomon, Hall of Famer. Geomon was basically Paul Pugh on rabies, is the best way to put it. Geomon made Paul Pugh look like Mother Teresa. Is all I can say.
Definitely.
Geomon, if you didn't do a match, Geomon wanted you banned from the site for life. Geomon, if you said you were going to do a role play and you didn't, Geomon wanted you suspended for 2 months. Like, Geomon was hard fucking core. Yeah, so they came out to beat up RD and shit on him or whatever, and you ain't shit. And then RD and Nick Cage feuded, and RD wound up overcoming the odds. Feel good moment, you know, good angle, solid writing, entertaining as fuck, great videos. And Nick comes along and
I go back to your regularly scheduled programming, everyone.
Which was the match where y'all had and the loser had to dress up in the winner's favorite team or whatever jersey? What was that?
It might have been during like S Cup or something.
I think it was it might have been 06 or 07 because I remember the actual jersey looked dope. So I definitely wasn't 08. I think it might have been 07. That shit was hilarious. He had a Razor jersey, right? What it was? Or?
Yeah.
He came out with when RD was dressing up in street clothes. Only one doing the street clothes gimmick proper. RD was the shit back in the day. My man would come out with Tim's. What the fuck was them shits called? Was it not called Kanai? The fucking Maurice Malone's, a fucking thick ass chain, and a fucking football jersey. That shit was hot. I
still always smile when I hear what you know about that.
Of course. On the radio. I love that shit. Fucking RD, man. Shout out to RD Money. We met him. I met him again. What was it, 2 years ago during WrestleMania season? I think in 2018. Good fucking dude. Good fucking guy.
WrestleMania 31. We were literally like 5 rows from each other and did not realize it till after the show.
Hilarious. Is that your doggy?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I love dogs. They're amazing. So we're gonna start wrapping it up. So like, what do you hope to accomplish amongst this return due to the COVID-19? Like, what are you trying to get at? Like, I know you want the smoke and I know you want the strap, but like, what is the ultimate end goal?
Just to have some memorable feuds where people will be like, damn, the quarantine Nate Ortiz run was like amazing. Just like the stories, really, just the stories and the ideas we come up with whoever I'm working with. Just those. Like the game is the game, and
yeah,
like I can not play for a couple weeks and pick it up and like play the game, but just the stories that we come up with and try to get more creative with like the videos and whatnot, and try to do some different things there.
Should reach out to Emp and ask for any kind of advice. Shout out to Emp, she's still around and fucking like a ninja. I love Empress, but yeah, man, I'm just waiting to see the sad faces emoji from you at a random fucking interval. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know where the hell you fit in anything right now, seeing what's supposed to be happening, because you got Trey versus Harvey at the end of July, and B17 versus Rex at the end of July. Spoiler alert if you didn't know, sorry. So it's like, and obviously I feel like you're gonna be fighting Trance at the end of July, so you basically just have Summerside, and then I was gonna say Road to September to Remember. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, I know Russ wants a shot at whoever wins between Harvey and Trey, but is that gonna fucking happen? And then what happens if there's like, all I can say is if Lucian is dope, I know well, I'm not gonna spoil you even though you're staff, but there's already one match for Summerside which I cannot wait to see. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out with what's happening in the current card, because depending on what happens, it's going to be like really fucking strange. Like there's a lot of strange shit happening with multiple people, and I'm just kind of confused as to what the fuck is gonna happen. So it's kind of exciting in a weird way. And as you know, most of Consequences book too. So I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll put the nugget out there. That little trivia for everyone. Nate Ortiz won his first OCW title at September to remember.
Oh my God, no!
So
stop it.
Yeah, I'll just put that nugget out there.
Oh God.
And I do have 2K20.
Ah!
Yeah, it's not over in September.
That's just making people, and the reversals. That's depressing. I mean, not for me. It makes me happy, kind of. Not really. I don't know how I feel. I always feel strange because I don't like people getting happy that they beat you because it bugs me. I don't know why. It's not me, but it bugs me. I feel like you don't deserve like motherfuckers just having the option of being in the ring with you. You should be fucking grateful and respectful. And some people don't understand that shit. Some people get it, some people don't. I don't know, maybe because it's like they ain't been here forever. Like it's weird to say that people that have been here for 3 years, they still haven't been here long enough for me, which is fucking psychotic. But it's like no, like Cass would say no.
You haven't been here long enough until you wanted to quit.
Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Shaw. I was gonna shoot on somebody real quick.
Yeah.
You haven't been here long enough until you wanted to quit. Yeah, that's the best advice I can get. That's the best line we can end. I think we're gonna end on that. So, I hope this was informative. Maybe it wasn't. I'm a little tipsy, having my wine. Thank you, Theo, for showing up. I appreciate it on last minute notice.
Thank you for having me.
Do you have any final thoughts or comments for people besides I am inevitable?
You either die a hero or you live long enough to become Nate Ortiz.
We ain't even talk about you being a GM. Suck a dick, everybody. We'll see you next week.